Bill Baker on Thursday after just 9 months on the job, and we're joined by a couple of CFL heavyweights. Harry Ornest, the Argos owner, is in our CBC studios in Toronto. He'll be with us in just a moment, but first, Cal Murphy, the general manager of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, has just arrived at Commonwealth Stadium in Edmonton, where his Bombers play the Eskimos tomorrow. And Cal, first of all, looked to me as though the CFL was on an upswing, financial crisis solved, and now this. It was news you didn't need.
Well, you know, it's unfortunate that Bill saw fit to resign, but I think most people understand that he does want to spend more time with his family, and being in Toronto is very difficult. But I think that with the way the league is going, we're on a positive course, and Roy McMurtry is on hands already, and I think we'll be all right.
Well, Bill Baker's given all his reasons for resignation, none of which sound very controversial, and they're all very vague, in fact. Did you get a sense that he did not like sharing duties with the chairman of the board, Roy McMurtry?
Well, I never heard anything like that from Bill himself. You hear all those rumors, but Bill never indicated anything like that. I think the fact that he had to travel to Toronto and the fact that his daughters were in Regina, I think it put a load on his mind.
Consensus is Bill Baker was well suited to the job. After all, he was a successful player, a general manager, and he certainly had an in-depth knowledge of all the problems in the CFL. Do you look now for a carbon copy of Bill Baker?
Well, I think that's up to Roy, but I really believe that it's essential, first of all, that we get somebody in there fairly soon so that he can carry on and pick up as Bill is leaving, so that there's no lag in between. And as far as somebody like Bill, I think it's important that we have somebody that is connected or has some knowledge of football, and also the fact that he's going to be a good businessman.
I know the CFL is trying as a group to minimize the effect of the resignation, but you do agree then, and you admit that it's not good to have a lame duck president in line. You want to get this issue solved as soon as possible.
Well, I think that's important. I think when somebody resigns, it's important to find somebody to succeed him as soon as possible, and so the reins can be passed over easily. I think the fact that Roy McMurtry has become more evident, I think the changeover will be a minimal upheaval.
All right, Cal, to cover ourselves, we have to ask every single person we interview in the course of the next 2 months if they're interested in the job, and so we put the question to you.
No, I thought you were going to apply for it, Scott. I'm happy where I am. I got enough problems.
Well, that's right. With 7 kids, I guess you'd have to have about, what, $854,000 a year to survive in Toronto?
Oh, 800 would do.
And you couldn't afford the cut and pay, right?
That's right.
All right. Cal Murphy, the general manager of the Bombers, thanks for joining us from Commonwealth Stadium in Edmonton. We'll see you tomorrow, by the way, for the telecast of the Eskimos and the Bombers. Now, Harry Ornest of the Argos, the owner of the team, is in our CBC studios in Toronto. Harry, I'm not sure if you feel this is a blow to the credibility of the CFL, but I would think you would at least admit that that's the perception of many people. Can you appreciate that?
No, I can't, and I don't accept it. And I agree with Cal. The league is on an upward turn. First of all, I want to express my appreciation and our club's appreciation for the outstanding job that Bill Baker did. We'll miss Bill, but I think we'll do fine with a new president, and I don't think there's any credibility problem. If you want to talk about credibility, you should look to the National Football League, which has had a lame duck president now for 9 months, and I see the game being played and lots of crowds. A lot of work has been accomplished in the last 9 months by both Roy and Bill, and as Cal said, Roy is right there on top of everything, and Bill will be with us till the end of the season, in fact, till the end of December. And if you know Bill Baker, there's no lack of energy on his part, nor devotion to our game, nor sincerity, and I want to make sure that everyone knows how appreciative I am of the outstanding job that Bill has done the last 9 months.
Well, Harry, I want to suggest this to you. If you had known 9 months ago that Bill Baker was only going to keep the job for well short of a year, the governors most likely would not agree to have given it to him for precisely that reason, the damage it would do to the CFL's image. Is that not fair to suggest?
No, but Scott, you can't predict what's going to take place 9 months down the line. I mean, Bart Giamatti tragically passed away 5 weeks after he became the commissioner. And Fay Vincent, who has never had any kind of responsibility like that, has eased himself nicely into the commissioner's chair of baseball. I agree with you that you like to look ahead, but I mean, you can't predict what's going to happen. 8 months, 9 months. We have Roy McMurtry, who provides all the leadership at the moment that we require in light of the fact that Bill is with us full time. The media seems to want to make something ominous out of this, and it's non-existent.
Well, Harry,
you know what's going to, wait a minute, Scott, you know what's going to happen? We're going to expand to Montreal, and then some guy, someplace, is going to criticize us for not having a team in Altoona, Pennsylvania or something.
Well,
our league's in great shape.
Expansion to Montreal is a whole other issue, which we'll discuss at a later date. Let me ask you very quickly, who do you want in the job? John Mitchell's name's been mentioned.
Well, I have no preference, and I know a number. There'll be a search committee. I understand that will be formed at our meeting, at our semi-annual meeting next Saturday in Hamilton, and then we'll be looking for whom we think is the right person to replace Bill.
Harry Ornest in Toronto, thank you very much for joining us live. We appreciate your time. And here at McMahon Stadium in Calgary, Saskatchewan leads by 12 at the half. We'll return with 30 more minutes of football in just a moment.